Hi, everybody. How you doing? Um, let's uh, let's start off. Please let me know whether you can hear me or not. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Type in "I can hear you" if you can hear me. If you can't, let me know. Hello, hello. Yes. Say something. Yikes. Good. Hi, Clive. All right. You can hear me okay, right? Um, Last time I had the microphone a little too close. I'm not sure whether I have it too far now. Hi DG, hi Eddie, how you doing, man? You guys can hear me all right though, right? Yes, no. Hey Roth, Rohit, I'm sorry, Gene. 10 pounds. Hey Joseph. Oh, good DG, thanks. Rohit, great. Eddie, good, good. Kui. Hi Mark. Um, Turkey Vulture, howdy, Randy. How's it going, man? Okay, 5 by 5, great. I get that's the same thing as I can hear you really well. All right. Hi, Doctor A and B. Hi, Mike. Randy. Let's see. Abdul. Hi, man. Listen. To get going on this, really, what if you can do this? You need to open up the gphg.org for the so you can look at the current entries. And what I want to do is that I want to go over the entries with you. And hey, Florida Pier, that's a neat name. Hey, Gene. Um, and what I want to do is, old radio man saying 10 out of 10, 10 pounds. Hey, that's cool. Thanks, Gene. That those are neat things to know. The only one I know is 86 when they threw me out. Hey, John. Um, so anyway, so go there, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with hey, Alex, I'm going to start with the men's watches, and then talk about them in terms of, well, do I think they have a chance of making it into the finalists? Okay, I already made a list of them, and I put them somewhere. I forgot where I put them, but anyway, I think I put them up. No, those were the other ones I had up. Anyway, so last year, I something must have clicked right because I got them all um, right when they came out, and so I apparently I understand something. So what I'd like to do is share with you how I looked at them. And so if you don't have it open, try to open it up. You can have both pages up at the same time. I'm using a couple different computers. So the website it's for Grand Prix d'Horlogerie de Genève. It's simple. It's gphg.org. Okay. And then you go and you open up the current entries. Hi, Jura. Okay, so let's start taking a look at this. I'm going to go from the upper left and lower. And if you've never done this before, there's some other things I want to talk about too. The first one is called the Alchemist Mechanical Healing. And that's the name of the company. All right. Hey, Beef. Beal. I keep calling you Beef. Beal. Sorry. Um, okay, Eddie, it's gphg.org, and then you go into the menu, and you should see something that is called current entries, and there you have all of the current entries. Okay, um, and they're in the different categories. And I thought, well, we'll start with the men's category and give you some thoughts on that and why I think something is going to do something. Oh, when is it? Oh, well, they don't have the awards. The final awards aren't until November, but the contest starts on Wednesday. We got a few extra days because They were supposed to announce the this year's entries on Monday, but they jumped the gun and they did it on Friday, so yesterday. Okay, doke. So let's take a look at this. Like I said, the first one is one I've never heard of before, called Alchemist Mechanical Healing, and it looks like something like some of the MB and F ones they have. Um, and then it says CU29. Now I took a look at that, and if they talk about their movement as being in house, then you probably know it is. If they sort of have this fudging around about what's in it, what's in their watch, then it's probably something else. And the thing of it is, it's so. I mean, here you have some of the top experts in the world. You have watchmakers, you have designers, you have these critics, journalists, you have collectors. You get all these people looking at these watches, and some fool is going to say, "Oh, let's not tell them what's in it." They're going to open up that watch and they're going to look at it and they're going to know what they're looking at. So it's sort of weird to see that still, but you do. Okay, so the first one, like I said, is Alchemist Mechanical Healing, and CU29 is the name of is the model name. And when I looked at it, it looks a lot like I said, an MB and F. But when I looked at the movement and stuff, they didn't really say what it was, which means it was probably an ETA or something else. Even with the Vossura movement, they'd probably brag about it. All right, so I passed on that one. The RDA, this one's called Son of Earth Cosmos. Now, this watch, RDA, is known more for arty stuff, and the men's award don't go to that. Yeah, Hamilton watch love. Okay, ETA rocks. That's fine. What doesn't rock is when you're in a contest and you're a watchmaker and you don't tell people that's what's in your watch. That doesn't rock at all. Okay, I like ETAs. I work with them, but this is at a whole other level. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at these. All right. So you have RDA and they have stuff. Now, the first one here that really has a movement in it, I happened to, our video this week was on Bulgari. And this one is called the Gerald Genta 50th Anniversary Arena by Retro. And they put a Bulgari movement in it, and this was designed by Genta, and I think that it's a cool watch. I love it. It's got a retrograde. It's got in fact, it's got a couple of retrogrades, and then it has a jumping hour behind it. Okay. Clyde. All right. Let's see. Okay, now Rohit, yeah, the thing of it is that what's important is that we look at it and say, okay, why do we love it? What is it about it that makes this year new for it? Now, the Bethy is sort of like betting on a sure thing almost. They will make the cut. I'm pretty sure that would be my guess. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before in the past. All right, so let's take a look what's in these. Okay, so here you have Bulgari. They got their own in-house movement. They're big on heritage, and this is an interesting heritage one. 2 retrogrades plus jumping hours. I think that one will make the cut. Now the next one is one I happen to like. It's Chanel, and Chanel has their own Chanel movement now. Now you remember is that FP Journe sold 10% of FP Journe to Chanel. So hey, crappy. So there's these are some of the things we have to look at. Maybe there's something in that Chanel that is part of that. Now this was called the Monture Edition Noir. They had a very similar one last year, and I it may have been a finalist or something. Sometimes they'll do that. They'll change the color. They'll give it a new paint job and put it back in the next year. You got to be able to spot that. Okay, so I think Chanel's got a good chance of making it to the what they call pre-selected, which is the finalist. Now the next one, when I first saw that, I thought Citizen. That thing looked like a clock in a waiting room, and what is this thing doing in there? Hey, Rich, buddy. Hi, 123 of Hi from Hong Kong. How's things in Hong Kong? Um, okay, so anyway, so we're looking at Citizen. Turns out a friend of mine who's very, very smart about these things was telling me he's going to get one of those. And I go, what? I mean, this is a guy with a collection that's just out of this world. Well, it turns out that this caliber 0100, it's a quartz movement. And so here you got a quartz movement. Now, why would you put a watch like that in a white gold case? Well, it turns out that they've advanced that quartz in that thing to the point where it's like very close to an atomic clock. So that Citizen, while it looks like the sort of a Walter Milquetoast movement, is got something serious in there. Hey, Adam, how's it going, man? Milton, how are you? Okay, so anyway, that's sort of an interesting thing. Yeah, Mike, yeah, that's it. Second a year. Whoa. Okay, the booth, the Bethune. I'll say it wrong, but that's okay. This watch, there was something similar to it last year. I don't know if it won. I don't remember whether it won or not. Won something possibly. This is the kind of watch that usually they take a look at that and they just go, "Holy smoke, that's really something." So that I think has got a good shot at it. The Gris Ono Gono, I don't think it's got a chance at all. It's the movements they use are either somebody else's or really cheap ones. They're not. They have some wonderful and interesting cases and design, but not much of a chance. Okay, there's the Snowflake, Grand Seiko Snowflake, Spring Drive, Manual Winding, Platinum. I mean, that's a yummy watch, but I don't think it's going to make the cut. I just don't. The Spring Drive has got the quartz thing and so forth, so that may be a problem. Graunfeld, yes, that will probably clear. The reason I think so is not only does most of his stuff does, it's really well done, extremely well done. So that one I think's got a good chance. The Ite Noi, I'm not sure about this one. It's not bad. It's with the competition the way it is. I'd be surprised if this one made it through, but it might. It's got it sort of has an interesting way of showing the month that come down the side, but I'm just not sure. Laurent Ferrier, he won last year some prize. I forgot what it was. The Bridge one, if this is sort of an interesting design, and I know it's going to catch a lot of judges' attention, and well, because it's a Laurent Ferrier too, it will as well. So this one, I would think, yeah, this is probably going to make it to the next level. The Longines from their Masters collection, I like Longines. I like the looks of that. I don't think they have really much of a chance of going on because of the movement's fairly standard. Phenomenon by Axiom. This is one of those wild cards. I'm not sure. To me, it looks like a bathroom scale, but that I just don't know about Axiom. That's sort of out there. The Rado, not a chance. I have no idea why Rado put this particular watch in this category. This is the men's category. This watch sells for $2,000, brand new. That thing belongs in the challenge category. And I'm not sure why they put it here. Maybe they were thinking, well, we know we're not going to win, but this will put us up with all of these other ones and give us um, some kind of exposure. The thing about Rado that's interesting, and has always been interesting, is that they like to use different kinds of materials in making their watches, but I don't think that's going to cut it for this contest. Rebellion timepieces. This is another one of those wild cards I'm not quite sure about. Um, the Revolt Orange Edition, interesting looking kind of thing. If you like that, it sort of reminds me of uh, Miele's stuff. Uh, that wouldn't be one I'd bet the farm on. Ulysse Nardin. I mean, boy, this is a really hard one, and I'll tell you why. If you that movement, you can see the movement, and it reminds me of some of the stuff that Lang and Heim, that there's no more Lang, there's no more Heim to. Uh, Here you can really see it. That's sort of interesting. I wonder. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that one. That would be another one of those outriders. Ulysse Nardin has won before, so there's a possibility. Urban Jurgensen. This one I think has got a good shot. It's got that Apple hand like Wooten Lannen, like he likes to use. Not in this particular one, but he uses in some of them. That would be one to watch. Wooten Lannen probably will, because Wooten Lannen stuff is, all of it is so good and so just really done well. Okay, let's see. Rado's Choice is a no-go. Yeah. Forbin Closet, how you doing? Is the American version of the Grand Prix of the Indy 500. You'd have to ask Clyde. He knows those kinds of things. Let's see. Okay, so the final one is a El Primero, Zenith El Primero, a 386 Revival. Don't know about that one. I'd be surprised if it made the cut. Zenith has won a lot of these before, so they're not one, but I don't know. I'm not sure why they have that one in there. Okay, what do you guys think? What would be your choice from this from the men's group? Let's see what you got to say. I've been talking long enough. Well, Andres, how you doing? The El Primero is nice, but not as innovative enough. Watch Aficionado, how you doing? I like these Zeniths. We all like Zeniths, but now this is for the men's category. Okay, Abdul, Wooten Lannen, or DB, Urban Jurgensen. They may, I don't know. I like Urban Jurgensen. They Rohit, Wooten Lannen. Yeah, Wooten Lannen. If you want a sure bet, I think it'd be Wooten Lannen. Hey, Gene, Laurent Ferrier. Yeah, Laurent Ferrier won. Like I said, he won last year, and if this one is more than just a change of the case from what he had last year, I think he's got a pretty good shot. The El Primero is really nothing new. No, it's not. But see what they've been reviving it, and the stuff coming out of Defy Lab has been this sort of another direction, but they've still been slowly improving the El Primero. To me, that design it's a revival, not with that competition. The men's competition is one of the toughest ones there is. That's why I said, what is Rado? Rado has some nice watches, but they belong in the challenge category when they're selling them for $2,000. I don't think they have much of a chance. Hey, Randy, Wooten Lannen and Groenfield, those I think are a couple good things, Randy. Hey, Vladimir, how you doing? Bridge one, which one? Bridge one. Okay, let me see what one Bridge one is. Oh, that's the Laurent Ferrier. Yeah, I think they got a good shot. What are your thoughts on Chanel? Man, I like Chanel. They've got, like I said, when anybody is in cahoots with FP Journe, I think that gives them. I mean, maybe there's more to it than we know about, on the Chanel side. But man, I tell you, that Chanel is uh, that I think is got an interesting shot. Bulgari, but Vuitton. Bulgari, I don't think Bulgari has one. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, that Bulgari is. I think. Oh boy, that's sort of a hard one to figure. The movement in the Bulgari may not quite be up to snuff. Yeah, the Harboring Two Doppel Felix was great last year, but this isn't last year. Things, what you have to look at it in terms of other kinds of things that's going on. There's a Zeit working pretty good. Yeah, yeah. Hermes. Hermes isn't even in the men's group, is it? Um, did I miss Hermes? No, no. Hermes isn't in this group. Just that first group. Okay. Um, Ming Watch. That's not in the group either. Doctor A and B. Watch aficionado. Hermes has another entry. Yeah, I know, but they're not in the men's entry. Okay, I still think Urban will win. They could. Um, of all of these, of the ones I'd like to have, oh, I want all of them. I like the Gronfeld, the Chanel, the Bulgari, the Ferrier for Laurent Ferrier, um, the Urban. Oh, and the Vuitton. Of course, anybody has to be crazy not to want a Vuitton. The Bulgari really looks urban, huh? Okay. All right. Well, let's go on down to the men's complication then. Okay. The men's complication, this is another tough crowd. I mean, these guys are so good. Urban should be entered in the GMT, has some good innovation movement. Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look at the men's complication. My my sand clock is running down. Okay. Men's complication, Armin Strom. This is a resonance watch. To me, it looks like it, it looks like an alien landed and is looking at you sitting on your bedpost. But that's a really good watch. That's for complications. The Audemars Piguet code 1159. The minutes repeater. I think that's got a good chance at it. Now they got a bunch of tourbillons. I mean, they just like everyone starts throwing in their tourbillons. Yeah, I don't know. So I think the Armin Strom and the Audemars Piguet have a good shot. Um, that D Can Do, that's David Can Do. His stuff is just gorgeous, really amazing stuff. He makes his own movements. He's got his big innovation is this. If you look at the 6 o'clock on the D Can Do, you'll see a little button-like thing. What that is, it's his invisible crown. And I guess you push on something, the crown pops up, and then you can wind it up. I don't his stuff. I really like his stuff a lot. See, the thing of it is that sometimes you'll like it, but if you really objectively sort of stand back and look at it, maybe not so much. Hotulence, they used to be hot. I don't think there are anymore, not as much. IWC Pilot's Watch Time Zone a Spitfire edition. Is this under men's complications? I don't know if there are enough complications in that one to really deal with it. Jacob and Company, I don't think so. Konstantin Shakelin. This is the third year that he's had that face. One was called the Clown, one was called the Joker. Now he's got Dracula. I don't think so. I think the judges will look at that and they'll say, "Oh, come on, man, do something different." Even though I like his stuff a lot, he's very good. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else you got. What do you got, Alex? Let me see. Watch Lounge. Hi. Hey guys. What's up? Watch Lounge, we're sort of looking at the Grand Prix entries this year and trying to figure out what they're looking at. Hey JC, all the new categories are a joke. Oh, come on now, you hear that every year. The categories are a joke. Nobody knows what they're doing. They change it every year. Okay, we're aware of that. We just have to, but they must be doing something that we can predict, because we can get better at predicting what they're going to choose. Hey Jack, how's it going, man? Okay, Louis Vuitton. Now, Louis Vuitton is they've got they're part of the same group that Zenis and Bulgaria are in, and they've got this movement company they own now called Le Temps de something or other. So they may have something worthwhile. The Ming World Timer, I really like that. That would be interesting to see them. I wouldn't be surprised if they moved up to the next level. Okay, Residence, I don't think so. Now, this is Ulysse Nardine has some really interesting movement in this Freak X. It's interesting in two ways. The Freak is at it's got a crown on at 3 o'clock. The Freak doesn't have a crown. They have the whole something else turns. I wonder what that's about. Urban Jurgensen. This is a GMT. They make such good stuff that I think they might have a crack at it. Vacheron Constantin. They got an overseas basically with a tourbillon. I'd be surprised. You never know. Defy El Primero with a double tourbillon. I don't know. A double tourbillon. Maybe that'll impress the judges or something. The Essence, I don't think so. The Rebellion timepieces. I wouldn't give them a whole lot of shot. The Freak X is art, but old news. Zenis, you're online. 50 hertz tourbillon. Wow. I wish you could show 3 on an iPad or something. Okay, yeah, I guess that would be nice. Armstrong, Chopard. Where's Chopard? Chopard doesn't have one in this category. No, they don't have one here. Randy, they got they have it in another category. I agree with you on the Chopard. The Chopard it's called Happy Days or something weird like that. Okay, those are again. It's a matter of looking at the movements and other stuff. Now, the final category that I want to look at is a new one called Iconic, and I don't know what hat they pulled Iconic out of. This may be one that JC was talking about. It's like participation trophies for 12-year-old soccer players. No, it's not. It's not that. It's a lot more than that. If you look at them over the years. Now, I know there's some of that, but so many of these things are really interesting. Now, this Iconic category, now this may be the participation trophy because what's in it? The Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Jumbo Extra Thin. Nothing new, but it's iconic. The Chopard Happy Sport with the 5 diamonds rolling around in it. That's a woman's watch. I think it has a good chance, and I'll tell you why. Some of the older Happy Sports don't have Chopard movements. This one does. And it's not what is it called, a luck or something. Frederick Constant, ladies, automatic double heartbeat. They don't, they do have their own movement. I don't know. I don't know if that would fit under Iconic. That Gerard Perregaux Quasar, that for Gerard Perregaux has won other awards with that thing. Hamilton, Hermes is a quartz on this particular one, which is too bad because they could have something really interesting. The one that I really like, and I do not like IWC because they don't tell the truth about their movements. Hello, it's 4 o'clock. There goes my Like my mouse turned into my horses turned into mice, and my coat turns into a pumpkin pretty soon. Okay, the IWC Schaffhausen IWC tribute to Paul Weber edition 150 years. Man, that is a watch I just think is great. It's got jumping minutes, jumping hours, cool watch. That one I think has got a very good shot here for the heritage. Tag Heuer, Monaco, and then here's an old Zenith El Primero. I'm not even sure. I think this is the that JC was talking about participation trophy. But of these, well, if I had to bet on them, I don't know. There are so many of them. I like that IWC. Now maybe that's just because it's something I like. And you never win if you just go with what you like. You got to sort of figure all this stuff. Hi Andres, double defy tourbillon for me. Okay. All right. Oh, let's see. Let's take a look at one more category, and then I got to run. Um, see now, here's chronometry. Which to me is an important category, but they throw in a tourbillon, and that's their big contribution. Uh, Armand Strom, their pure residence rose gold. Their pure residence has been around for a while. Then they also have another residence that they entered. I don't know. Maybe this will make it for chronometry. The Ferdinand Berthold, that one may have a good shot here. That's a very interesting watch, things they have going. Tag Heuer, Zenith Defy Inventor. I just don't know. I would say of this group, the Ferdinand Berthold and the Armand Strom, that Antoine Prezizou, sorry man, the TTR3 true equalizer frequencies. That may be one. That may be because the designer in that is an independent designer is really good. Montrace KF. I don't know. I don't know about that. They throw in a tourbillon. Looks like IWC did that with their big pilot. Have that. So on this one, I would say possibly the Antoine Prezuzio, Armand Strom, Ferdinand Berthold. Those are about the only three I would have much hope for making it to the next level. Okay, this will be the last one. We'll do one more, okay? Let's see, what do you guys like? Okay. Calendar and astronomy, Audemars Piguet. This one is sort of an interesting one. That one I would definitely include. Same with the Ferdinand Berthold. That one looks interesting. Maybe the Gerard Perregaux too. They have a lot of good ones. As much as I like Hobring 2, the Perpetual Doppel, I don't know. I just don't know. I think the Hermes has a better shot at this one because they do have their own movement. They've done some really interesting things with that watch. Both the subdials and the moons go around. I don't know. Harboring 2 Doppel won last year. That may be one of the reasons I have some problems with it. Parmigiana Fleurier Tonda annual calendar slate. That looks like an older watch that they're sort of fixed up. They put on a paint job on. I'm not too sure about that one. Sarpaneva. Now Sarpaneva makes really beautiful watches. This Luminations, he's been using Soprod movements. But he fixes them up, and that would be one of the things in a category like this. I would wonder whether he's got a shot at it or not. Ulysse Nardine, Marine Mega Yacht. That's a possibility. Vindy, Vidi, Vicky. I don't know about that one. Okay. All right. I'm over my allotted time. I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. But these are things that I think to think about. They in many ways they're like the Academy Awards. Everybody thinks they're rigged, but they're really not. There's the reason they're not at least they're not totally rigged. I'll put it that way. Um, the people that are involved in it, I've known one pretty well, and he has told me. He said there's some stuff going on there, but he said there are too many different groups of people working there to make it like a um, totally rigged. Okay, sort of like California voters. California, uh, I think it lacks corruption because so many people get involved in politics, and but that doesn't mean it's not. But it just seems that way. Okay, well, listen. Thank you all for coming. You had some wonderful. Vladimir, don't you say that about Can-Do. I like his stuff. It looks like even though it does look like a parking meter. Um, okay, doke. Tomorrow, we've got a review, a collection review. I think you're going to like it. It's a rich collection. And also, if you haven't signed up for the Grand Prix picks, do so. You want to watch. All right. Take care.